y'all doing? I'm here in Little Toler town in my workroom. As my son said the other day, straight from the Adam Sandler School of Fashion. You know, I know I dress like an 8-year-old boy, and it just tickles me that he does because he's really famous. And if he can do it, I can do it. I mean, not that I need permission. I'd look like a hot mess no matter what, but it's just nice to have company in the hot mess category. Now, I'm in tiny Toler town. As you know, I'm working on building houses. This is my first house. I've got all the kitchen appliances in, and I got the bricks, and I glued the plant there because my brickwork was so bad. And I'm bricking this up. I'm not quite sure to do with this. But as I could see this house coming to a close, I panicked. I just panicked. Because I can't have that. So I went and bought another house. I don't be looking at the rest of this house. I don't be looking at all that. This is my workroom. But that's my other house. That is the Pierce Greenleaf. And it's big, and it's only halfway done because I messed up the stairway, and then I lost a piece, and so I was going to order another kit or replacement parts. They're all out of stock, so I got stuck. Couldn't do anything, and this one's nearing an end, and sometimes I don't feel like doing fine work. The whole thing is to have some work to do that meets the mood that I am. Sometimes I want a saw. Sometimes I got a power tool. Sometimes I want to paint. Sometimes I want to do precision work. So I have to have different houses in different stages. I got stuck on that house. Couldn't do anything. So all I had left was this house. My mind could not accept that. So I bought this third house, and this is a completely different beast. Look at that. Can you see all of that? Hours and hours of pleasure. I mean, I just got boxes, and there's so much to do. And I'm going to try something really exciting. I ain't going to tell you what it is in case I can't do it, and I don't have to eat my words. Decker wants his screen time. There you go. You happy now? I hope so. So, my kids are coming over today, the two youngest. One of them called me up and they said, "Hey, yo, Ma." I said, "What up?" He says, "Me and my brother," I don't like to use their names, "we'll come over tomorrow and help you clean up." So when your grown sons call you up and say, "We're going to come over here," not, "Do you need help?" It was, "We coming over. It gets you together," which I'm not. And what had happened was, when I first lost him, I was protecting everything. I was in panic mode about everything. And I panicked mostly about the things that he was in charge of. And one of the things he was in charge of is keeping me from being my chaotic self. House get a little too many. I get too many projects going in too many rooms. He say something to me, which is why I bought a whole second house up the street. Just a little one, so I could do that over there, but that didn't work out. My son stayed there one night, 4 years later, he's still there. Now, I don't feel like that at all about it, because this whole house, now I can have chaos everywhere in my own home, but now that I'm feeling better, I'm no longer in a state of panic about what if the house gets chaotic because he's not here, because the house has gotten chaotic. And so now I've got to do something about it, and that's fine. You go through things, you know what I mean? You go through things, and then you fix them. And then, and another thing that kind of showed me that wasn't quite right. Oh, now Zora wants her time. There you go. All right, Zora, you happy? Isn't she regal? Ah! Love my dog. But anyway, I was saying, how dark it is in the house. And my mood is low. I just couldn't figure out. And then my son the other day, he showed me. He said, "Well, part of the problem is this. See that? Only 2 bulbs left on the chandelier. And if you go around the rest of my house, there are bulbs out everywhere. Because Eric was in charge of bulbs. I never thought about light bulbs because he was in charge of that. And so, oh God, Zora, I'm going to play with you later. He was in charge of bulbs. So my son was like, look, I'm going to come over. I'm going to put some bulbs in the house. I'm going to get you straight. That's what you need your children for. When you get crooked, you live that. But there's one really positive note that I would like to share. I ran into an old boyfriend that I hadn't seen in years. And he made me feel the same way he made me feel when I first met him. His name is Vladimir Nabokov. When I got sad, I'm just going to talk about it like that. When I got sad, I couldn't read. For 2 years, could not read. And reading is one of the best things ever because it removes you from the room you're in and puts you in any world you choose to be in. And it's better than, to me, it's better than TV and books because you create the place in your mind. And also, you know, it lives there. It's just wonderful. And then you can be in the middle of 3-4 different books at one time, and you could read the book in the mood that you're in. But it wasn't, this whole avenue of escape was no longer available to me, and I missed it. So I went to the bank, I had to grab a book, I grabbed Nabokov, and I said, oh crap, I got Nabokov because, you know, you gotta be with this kid. He's no light read. And now why did that happen? But anyway, he is no light read. And I enjoyed it. You know? Just he's the beauty. But anyway, I enjoyed it. It was wonderful. So now I know I'm getting better. You know what I mean? Miss him, love him. But I think I'm doing what he would have liked me to do. And I know y'all say I talk about him too much, but I don't care what you think. I mean, 34 years is a long time. Everything around me, who I am, got little bits and pieces of him slapped all over myself. So anyway, it's going to be a good day. I declare it. I claim it. And that's what it's going to be. And I hope you have a good day, too. I got a lot of work to do. If I actually clean up my house, I'll show it to you. If I don't show it to you, you know it didn't work out. I don't think you're going to see it either. Anyhow, it was a pleasure talking to you.